Hi everyone, Letty here from Party Planner Papery. Today I'm going to share with you hashtag N2S Merry Mugs. This is the not too shabby stamp and die set of the month. I'm going to use 5 sheets of 6x6 to make 4 cards with no scraps. So welcome back everyone. I'm on the design team for the Not Too Shabby Shop for this term. Here's their logo. I will list their website affiliate link down in the description box below in case you want to make any purchases. I have the October stamp and die set of the month called Drink and Be Merry that I'm going to be showcasing today. It comes with 3 really cute images of mugs, 3 sentiments, a candy cane, some additional embellishment items. There is a coordinating die set that you can purchase, and what I love is that it cuts out the little handles of the mugs. It also cuts out all of the words or the phrases here that we have in our sentiments. Those 4 little small embellishment items are the only things that don't have coordinating dies, but you typically would just stamp those straight on your paper. It's a really cute stamp and die set. I've already stamped and colored and die cut out all of my images. I have added glossy accents and I have added some clay embellishment bits to some of the images. I think they're just so super fun. I love adding the little clay bits to it. I have little candy canes here. And then I did die cut all of the sentiments out just so you can kind of get an idea of what it would look like. You could add some additional color to them. I showed you with one example there with a little bit of the coloring. Overall, just an amazing stamp and die you're going to want in your stash. Before we dive into today's project, let me show you my previous one. Using the stamp and die, I made 3 cards from the one stamp set. It was for the hopping giveaway. It was such a quick and easy project. I will link that video down in the description box below. You see here I added some sprinkles to my little mugs with some glossy accents. So I made 3 cards. I'll link that video down below. So I did use 3 paper pads for that project from the Not Too Shabby Shop. Again, I'll list that video down in the description box below. Today I'm going to use this Sparkling Christmas Wishes paper pad for my project. I'm doing 5 sheets of paper, 4 cards, no scraps. So I'm going to use 5 sheets of the 6x6 paper from that paper pad. This is a design I had shown in a previous Not Too Shabby haul video. I can link that one down below for you as well. You see here we have an A2 mat. We've got a 3x3 and then a scrap on the inside. I added some ephemera, a sentiment, and then I also finished it off with a little bit of gemmies. So I just think this was a super easy, fun project. And what I love is that there are no scraps from those 5 sheets of paper. So I have my supplies here. I'm gonna make one on camera with you as well. I'm gonna show you how to cut this paper. We need 5 sheets of 6x6 paper. I did pull out the ones from the Sparkling Christmas Wishes 6x6 paper pad, which is one of the paper pads that is available there at the Not Too Shabby Shop. So I have my 5 sheets. One of them will be my main focal point, which I'm gonna cut into 4 sections of 3x3 paper. I'll show you that in just a second. And then the remaining 4 will be my main mats, and I'll show you again how to cut those as well. So I also have some silver cardstock mats. These are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I do need 4 of them since we're making 4 different cards. And then I'll need 4 A2 size card bases. So I've got these ready to go. So let's go ahead and cut down this paper. You're going to want to choose one of your patterns to be sort of a main focal image behind your sentiments and your stamped images. So I picked this one with these trees because I thought they would make a good accent on all of the paper combinations. I'm going to cut it at 3 inches and then cut each of those papers at 3 inches as well. And so we have little squares that are 3x3, and you'll get 4 from one sheet of 6x6 paper. So I just do it to all the sections. So we have 4 little square mats that are 3x3 inches that it's going to get matted with a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 cardstock. I'm using silver cardstock, so I've got those all ready to go. I've got 4 of each of those. Now let's cut our paper. So you're going to cut all 4 sheets of paper the exact same way. You're going to cut it vertically at 4 inches, meaning the top is going to be at the top, and then cut it at the 4-inch mark, just like this. So you'll have a 4-inch section and a 2-inch section. Put the 2-inch section aside, turn that larger section on its side. You'll cut it on the 6-inch side at 5 1/4. So cut it at 5 1/4. You'll have a little scrap strip that's left over. We're going to save that and put that on the inside of our card. You have your large A2 mat, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And again, that little scrap strip, that's 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. So that will be 2 of our pieces. And then this last step is you're going to take this section, turn it on its side. It's 2 inches wide, but we're going to cut it at 3 inches. So you're going to have 2 rectangles that are 2x3. So again, just cut it at 3 inches on the 6-inch side, and your rectangles will be 2 inches by 3 inches. So that's how you'll cut each of your 4 sheets of pattern paper that are going to be your main images for your mat. So you're going to add that large mat. And then what we will do is anchor these 2 little rectangles onto the front of our cards. These are double-sided paper, so you can flip and flop. And then what we'll do is layer the 3-inch matted square on top and then finish it off with some embellishments right on top of that. It's as easy as that. You could also finish it off with some additional embellishments, enamel dots or glossy accents or gems, anything you want, and that will make your card. So one thing I will mention though too is because we are using 4 different sheets of paper and these are double-sided papers, we've got several options here for our rectangles. So I'm going to mix and match them on my cards today, and I'll show you that in just a second. So I'm going to cut all the rest of those papers off camera, which I have done. I've laid out my A2 mats, and so now what I'm going to do is just mass assemble these, sort of lay everything out, including with the little scrap strip. And I'm going to save my little rectangles, put them aside, because then I'm going to take all of my rectangles and mix and match my patterns just like this. So I'm going to lay it out to what I feel might work. And I am going to completely mix and match 2 different patterns on each one, add my 3-inch squares as well with the mats. And then I'm going to finish it off with some embellishments. And I'm just sort of laying out everything as far as pairing things up as the way that I want to match them to for me to easily assemble these cards. So I have all 4 ready. Let's make one on camera together. So I have my little die cut image. I've added some foam dimensional tape behind it. I have my sentiment. I have my square that has the mat. I have my scrap strip that's going to go on the inside of my card, my 2 rectangles that were mismatched patterns, and then my A2 card base and card mat. So I'm going to start by just gluing that little scrap strip right on the inside of my card just so I can get it out of the way. That's done. You can actually also stamp a sentiment on the inside of your card. I'm going to then go ahead and glue down my large A2 mat on the front panel of my card base, just like this. And then what I'll do is I will figure out where I want to put my 2 rectangles. I usually just have them catty corner, one on the bottom left-hand corner, one on the top right-hand corner, but you could pretty much put them in any which corner you wanted. You could do them catty corner, sort of angled, or you could just have them straight parallel, just like this. And what I did was I left just about a 1/8 border all the way around on the edges. And so you see here, you have a little border on the outside. You will have a small overlap right in the center of your card. Then you're going to glue the 3-inch square onto the 3¼ inch square mat, and then glue that down into towards the center part of your card. I'm putting it towards the center top portion of my card, but you could pretty much do it anywhere on your front panel. Then I'm going to add my sentiment and my image with some wet glue. I did add that foam dimensional tape on my image, but I'm going to leave my little sentiment sort of flat. So I'm adding some wet glue, pressing it down, removing my backing on my foam tape, adding a little bit of extra wet glue just to make sure that it sticks perfectly. And here is my finished card. You have your A2 mat, 2 rectangles, a matted square, your sentiment, your image, and a little scrap on the inside. So quick and easy. So again, we had the stamp and die set of the month from Not Too Shabby called Drink and Be Merry. This is a new item for the Not Too Shabby shop for October this month. And then I have the Sparkling Christmas Wishes, a 6x6 paper pad, also from the Not Too Shabby shop. I did 5 sheets of paper, 4 cards with no scraps. These are featuring the stamp and die set of the month, which I believe is still available at the Not Too Shabby shop. I'll have a link down below for you. Here's what my cards look like. You could add some embellishments. We have a scrap on the inside. It's a little dimensional because I popped it up with some foam dimensional tape. We added some silver cardstock just to make it have a little bit of a shiny element. I think these are so super fun. They're so super easy, and what I love most about this project is that you will have no scraps after you make these cards. You're going to use 5 sheets of paper, make 4 cards, and have no scraps left over, which is a perfect smash in my book, and an awesome one-sheet wonder. So again, Drink and Be Merry stamp and die set from the Not Too Shabby shop. I'll have a link down below. Make sure you check out hashtag N2S Merry Mugs to get even more inspiration from the design team this month using this stamp and die set of the month from the Not Too Shabby shop. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some inspiration. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Happy crafting.